Hey, welcome to the Arizona Treasure Hunt. This is kind of a Cliff Notes video on what to expect on the night of the hunt and how best to prepare for it so that you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. The first thing that we're going to be covering is the HWOW. The HWOW is a PowerPoint presentation that has pictures, quotes, symbols, all sorts of things referencing pop culture, philosophy, science, and these are all possible clues to help you solve puzzles while you're on the hunt. So it's good to make sure that you are familiar with the topics that are being listed there. As you can see, it also lists that you should be bringing a bowling ball, a pole, and a bag of sand. The bowling ball and pole have been referenced in every single treasure hunt, and the one year that we didn't bring it was the year that we actually needed a pole. So we do tend to bring those every year. You can also see that some of these are also linked. For example, if you click on the question mark for the Super Mario question mark, it actually leads you to a website talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie, which could be a reference to a clue there. You might possibly be solving a puzzle that involves Super Mario Brothers movie, the plot, possibly the actors who are in it, or the characters. You never are quite sure. On the next page, you're going to see the Tips and Tricks website. This you can look through in more detail on your own. We are going to go through a few of the highlights. The first thing that we want to point out is the checkout time. We all need to be there early so that we can park, find each other, and sign the waivers that are required to participate. So waivers are saying that we're going to participate correctly, follow the rules, and, avoid too many shenanigans. We are going to be then nominating one person to go stand in line. Our van will have a specific number and then also a specific time that we get to get our brown bag or envelope. That person will wait in line at the specific time that they're allowed to get it. They will get to the envelope. Inside will contain little more extra clues, little bits of supplies and information, and also several maps. Once they have received those, they'll come racing out to the van and we are off. The treasure hunt itself is about 5 hours long, where we're going to be driving around trying to solve clues to figure out where the next location is. We will receive the location of our first clue and locate it on the map and head off. Once we get to that clue, we try to solve that puzzle using any information that we've had, either from the HWOW or from the pieces that they've given us inside our manila envelope. Once we've solved the clue, it will tell us where our next location is. As you see on the map, there are many, many locations, far more than there are clues, all inside of a circle with an arrow pointing to the direct location. Now, as I said, not all of these are actual locations of puzzles. You can't just go to random circles and hope for the best. So you need to solve the puzzle, and inside those circles, you'll find letters, numbers, symbols, pictures, or anything that might be referencing the answer to the puzzle. So we need to make sure that we've picked the right location, and then we head off to the next location to try to solve that puzzle. All locations are usually within about a square mile of the previous location, so we're not traveling from one side of the treasure hunt to the other. Another thing to keep in mind is if we're really stumped, we do have clues that we can open that tell us the actual location of the next site and how that you are supposed to solve that clue. But any envelope that you open will be a penalty to your final score. Once the 5 hours are up, we need to be at the check-in already having turned in our envelope, or we will get penalized. But keep in mind that while we're eating dinner, they're going to be scoring up all of the points, but the person who wins the treasure hunt completely actually has to be the one to put on the treasure hunt for the next 3 years. So it's not something that we necessarily want to do. We're aiming more for fun here than for winning. And that covers most of the basics of the Arizona Treasure Hunt. Anything else you can find out when you arrive from your teammates, or feel free to reach out to them.